because this video is going to be kind of short, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the end of the video. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do right now with the Hot Wheels. Something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, but I just never really got the chance to go ahead and do it. And I just went to Lowe's and I picked up, they call this like a wall molding trim thing. I'm not really sure what the exact name is. I'll look it up online. I guess they have different types of models for this. I think they have like a bigger one and then some slightly smaller ones. But the ones that I found online, they didn't actually have it in stock. Well, it said that they didn't have it in stock, but they actually did. But it was in a different area, just a different size. So when you go in there, you want to go ahead and look for the molding area, and that's where you're going to find this. It was kind of towards the back. I know every Lowe's is different. They're not all the same. But essentially how this works is you have this like groove on each side. So it'll work perfectly for having like one at the bottom, another one at the top, and you can add even more on top of that. And the Hot Wheel is going to kind of sit inside that groove just like that. And then you can add another one on top of it. That way you can have like multiple Hot Wheels stacked up and just move it across. That way it can look nice and clean. So I wanted to do it this way because I don't want to make any holes onto the wall by adding pins on there. For example, right now, I just have a bunch of these little pins on this backing board that already came with the house when I purchased it. So I don't want to make any holes to the wall, because then you have to fill in those holes and it's just going to look really bad with a bunch of holes just stuck everywhere. And I don't really want to do that. So this is my method of doing it. We're actually going to be using double-sided tape, which is this one right here. I know there's one that's specifically made for indoor paint, that way it doesn't like peel it off, but I don't really care about the garage. Like if I end up taking these off, I will most likely be painting the garage a different color, like gray or maybe even black. That's what I plan to do. The cool thing is that this trim or molding, whatever you want to call it, it's actually the same exact size as the entire backing board, which is pretty sick. So I'm going to add one on top right there and then another one on top. And then most likely even another one. I don't know if a third one will fit, but we'll try it out and then we'll see how it looks. And then I do want to go ahead and actually make it go a little bit farther. In my case, I won't actually have to cut it today. I don't think I have that many Hot Wheels left, or maybe I do. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so there you go. Added in a few sections. I don't think it needs too much. Like I don't think you should use a whole roll like on one. It's kind of like a waste of tape. But that's how I did it on my end. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just pull the edge. Okay, there you go, just like that. And then you want to leave it kind of bent like this. That way it doesn't completely stick to the wall just yet until you actually pressurize it, and then you can pull it off. So we're going to do that to each one, and then we'll start putting on the wall. You should really use a leveler when actually putting this on, that way you know that it's even throughout the entire piece. But I am lucky in my case that I actually have the backing board to guide me on where I should place it at. So that's what I'm going to be using. So if you don't have something like that where you have like a line already there, then it might be a little bit harder for you. But other than that, it should be a pretty simple process. Alright guys, there you go. I do have another one that I want to install later on. I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want to put it, but I was only able to attach about 2 more at the top, one right there at the bottom, and I want to add more over here, of course, so it's going to extend it pretty far out. And I don't really know exactly how I want to do it yet. That's why I didn't put it up as of right now, because I want to add like a design somewhere around here. I do want to remove some of that stuff, put it somewhere else, and then just make this all like Hot Wheels with like my logo right there with Chris Leva somewhere in the middle. I think that'll look pretty sick. But right now, that's what it's looking like. I'm trying to organize it to the point where I have, for example, Ford on one side, and then I have like the Corvettes on the other side right there. Let me actually get a little bit closer. So like right here, oh, a little bit too close. I have like the Corvettes all down there. And I just picked up this one. And then you have a few over here. This one's a Mazda, so I do want to move that one over here to where the Mazdas are at. And I just picked up this green one right here as well. RX-7. I have a white one actually, right here. Somebody put this one on my car when I was at the park playing soccer, and they just left it on there, so I thought that was really sick. I didn't really expect that, but I kept that one and a few other ones right here as well. As you guys can kind of see, I'm trying to put like the old school muscle cars around this area right here. And then I have a bunch right there as well. I'm trying to collect all of them. I'm not really like biased on anything when it comes to only picking up imports or only picking up like certain cars from Nissan. I'm trying to pick up all of the cool ones that I really see. That way it looks really nice and clean. I do have a few duplicates that I want to put like on just one row. Like for example, I have this right here. I want to get some longer ones. That way I can put a bunch in just one area instead of having them like all scattered all over the place. Because I have that one right there, the Lamborghini, the Huracan, and then I have another one up there, another one up there. So I'd rather just put them all in one area. And then I have like a few, I only got like 3 GTRs right here. And then I have the Nissan Z spread out right there, different colors, the yellow, white, and the blue. Hopefully you guys like how it came out. I'm really happy with it, especially because I don't have any holes in the wall. I think it's gonna look pretty sick. Complete right there. And for the most part, I think it looks pretty clean. Once you add more over here, I think it'll look a lot better as well. I just didn't want to add any holes to the wall. That was my biggest thing, because then you have to like cover them up. It looks really bad and ugly. And I think it's gonna look a lot better once I finish up the M45, get this thing out of here. I do want to clean up the floor, do like an epoxy floor setup. So that's gonna be something in the future that I do want to do to the garage, just to make it stand out and have everything look really nice. Put some cool lights in here as well. I think it'll put it all together. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll try to post this on my Instagram and my TikTok as well. I'm trying to post a little bit more on TikTok, but on Instagram is where I'm always posting the most. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.